do we not have mostly sellouts in the NFL at almost every single stadium? So Americans are buying the tickets we need to buy, right? And in terms of merchandising, aren't we regularly buying tons of jerseys and hats and jackets? Every stadium I see on television or I go to as an NFL fan or I walk around town or go to this office or whatever, I see tons of NFL merchandise all over the place. So we're buying the tickets, we're buying the merch, all of it. We're watching in big numbers. That's pretty obvious that the NFL's television revenue is a behemoth because we watch. It's bigger than baseball. It's bigger than basketball. It's bigger than all the other sports. It's billions of dollars every year because we watch. So we're going to the games, we're buying the merchandise, and we're watching the games. And yet the NFL goes, we've got to grow the game. We've got to grow it to other markets and other fan bases. And they do this as though it's a good thing for us. Like we're supposed to care that the NFL's going to grow the game? I mean, so what? In 2023, you're just supposed to believe that whatever you like, everybody should like? And that's like manifest destiny for the NFL? Yes, of course. Parade the sport right through the streets of Greece, of Turkey, of Japan. We want to make sure everybody in the world loves this sport. Who cares? I don't care if Germany likes this sport. I don't care if London likes this sport. I don't care if Mexico likes this sport. I don't care. I care that we like this sport because that's where the league is rooted. Okay, but you want to be globally minded? Fine. You don't do it in a way that takes away from the sport itself. And that's what the NFL is doing because in their infinite wisdom, they are going to take one of the best regular season matchups of the year from a stadium that has one of the best atmospheres, probably the best atmosphere in all of the NFL, from a fan base that has been incredibly loyal and passionate for many, many decades, and they're saying, yeah, sorry, this is going somewhere else. The Chiefs will host the Miami Dolphins, and don't you think Chiefs fans would like to see the return of Tyreek Hill to Arrowhead? Don't you think Chiefs fans would like to see a Dolphins and Chiefs game, two of the best offenses in football? Don't you think if you had to go down the list of Chiefs home games, that Chiefs season ticket holders would say the Dolphins game might be the most interesting home game we have, or certainly one of them? Of course. Of course. And the NFL has marketed Tyreek's return to Kansas City. And yet here they are exporting that, selling that to Germany. Look, I've got nothing against Germany. But that game, one of the best games of the year, should be played in front of one of the best fans of the NFL, in one of the best stadiums in the league, for a true representation of Chiefs Dolphins. And now it's exported to freaking Germany. Now here is 70,000 Chiefs fans that have showed up, rain, shine, sleet, snow, freezing rain, with the Chiefs for 4-12 or 12-4. Ever since basically 1989 when Marty Schottenheimer got there, Arrowhead's been banged out. You can't get a seat there. You can't get a ticket. Through decades of not winning playoff games. So Kansas City has given the NFL 40 years of sold-out stadium, 35 years of sold-out Arrowhead. And now that they're a Super Bowl champion and the Dolphins are coming to town, and this has all of the makings of a great, entertaining, amazing game, it's yeah, thanks for your years of loyalty, but we're taking the Jewel game because we want to sell it to another international fan base. And we need good games to do that. Well, screw you, NFL. Screw you. Because those Chiefs fans, many of which I know personally from having worked there and lived there, have friends and family there, I know that they showed up in the snow against a garbage Broncos team when nothing mattered, and that made it look good for the NFL. And now, when the NFL needs something from the Chiefs fan, they take it, they steal it, they send it to Germany. Sucks. Screw you. You know, you want to take garbage games and send them overseas. I hate sending any games overseas, but fine. Falcons, Jaguars, so be it. Colts, Patriots, so be it. We've got Jaguars, Bills, which is a pretty interesting game. Allen, Herbert, two playoff teams from last year. Again, two really interesting offenses and potential playoff consequences. And we're sending it to London. Again, screw you. For Jaguars fans who have been given dreck for years, they finally have a good team. They finally have a team to be excited about. They finally have an opponent that's coming into their stadium that they're like, oh, this would be a really good one to go to. Nah, screw it. Send it overseas. Now check for me that one, whether that's a Jaguars or a Bills home game, because either one is offensive.
I believe both are Jaguars home games, but I'll confirm.
But double check that. Because the Jaguars and Falcons game might be the Jaguars home game. The other one might be the Bills home game. Either way, screw you. Screw you, NFL, for just jerking around loyal fan bases and saying, we're going to take the good stuff and send it overseas.
Okay, the Bills are listed as the second team in that game, so that would mean a Bills home game.
It's a Bills home game. Do you think Bills fans might want to see Trevor Lawrence? Again, one of the best fan bases in football, robbed of a home game to send overseas. Now, you'll say, well, now there's 9 home games for half the league, and so that 9th game doesn't necessarily have to be at home. That's kind of a bonus game anyway. Well, take one of the bad games. Take one of the games Bills fans wouldn't be dying to go to.
Also, how about the competitive advantage the Jaguars have living on that London clock for a full week, being there the week before this big game versus Buffalo?
So instead of the Jaguars traveling to Buffalo for a crucial game in October, instead they get to get this one in London after having been there for a full week. Screw you, NFL. He just learned when Giants, Eagles will be played. They've just announced this. Give me the details on this.
Monday, December 25th, otherwise known as Christmas Day, on a Monday at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Right before the old Christmas goose hits the table, the freaking Secret Santa gifts, the white elephant, that this, that, and the other thing is going on. These pigs at the NFL take a potential game for the division and put it at 4:30 p.m. Eastern on Christmas because they can't care less about the rest of us who have kids and other families, besides everything. I am beyond enraged, and I'm so tired of the piggish moves by Goodell in this league, suckling at everything. I dealt with Thanksgiving last year. That's a fabric. Football's a part of it. I punted on eating dinner with my family. Now I got to go. I'm going to my wife's family on Christmas Day. Not a TV to be found. We're sitting around the fireplace night before Christmas. The glasses being pushed back on the nose. And I'm not going to miss Saquon Barkley running free into the end zone. This is a major problem, and I'm about to have a 10-month fight over the Giants playing on Christmas Eve because of these pigs.
Because Christmas this year falls on a Monday.
A Monday! It's not even a Sunday!
And for some reason, the NFL decided to give us a triple header on Christmas. Leave that to the NBA.
Look, you want to put your Amazon Prime game on Black Friday. All right, we'll deal with it. Thanksgiving, we've really gone above and beyond putting 3 games on. Football's part of Thanksgiving. We'll deal with it. The NBA was perfect background fodder on Christmas Day, and I understand when Christmas falls on a Saturday or Sunday, you figure it out. It is a Monday. By 8:30 Eastern, you want to have a Monday night football game, throw Buck and Aikman up in a booth, and everybody kind of passes around the Baileys and the mugs and everything and have a good time. Christmas is closing. Let's watch a night game. Fine. We dealt with it last year, triple header on a Sunday. It's a Monday. We don't need 1 and 4:30. And on top of it, I know that we're going to watch. It's Christmas Day, right? It'll be on in the background. We need, for me, a monstrous division game at 4:30 Eastern. By the way, we usually get our ass kicked there anyway. Not going to watch them get their ass kicked. But it's just not right. There's certain days that it's not right. Thanksgiving and football are hand in hand. Christmas Day is like a sacred day that when you've moved off Saturday or Sunday, respect the day a little bit. Have a little respect for families out there. All right? The 1 o'clock game, guess what? Most of the East Coast, unless you're hosting, is in a car missing half of that game. Now at 4:30, sorry, honey, can't come to the table as your whole family, who we see once a year, is all slicing a ham because you know what? We're driving down the field here in the second quarter. This is an outright disgrace. It's a slap in the face to fans everywhere. Look, maybe not a slap in the face to anybody who's not a Giant or Eagle fan because, you know what, it's on, you missed the second quarter, you come back to the TV, fine. But somebody like me wants to be locked in every play. This sucks. This is BS. And you have no idea the aggravation it's causing me at home when I get home. I know it's causing aggravation. I'm not in the mood for it.
Well, I don't even think you have to be a Giants or Eagles fan to be PO'd about this because Christmas is a chaotic day.
Yes.
Christmas, especially if you have kids, Christmas morning, you've spent all night wrapping. You make sure everything is ready for the tree. People, the kids get up early. You're up earlier than you want to be. You've got to open up presents, so the whole morning is toast. Then the kids are playing with presents. You're putting together presents. You're putting together toys. Then the kids are playing. You may then have to host the family coming over. You might have to go somewhere. You might have to travel. It's just a whole day of family commitment. So even if you're not a fan of these teams, trying to follow what's happening sports-wise on Christmas is really hard. And the NBA gets a pass because they have put their flag on Christmas, and they have all of those games. And you know what? A December basketball game's not that important.
Right.
So you tune in when you can tune in. You pay attention. When you walk by the TV, you see what the score is, but you don't have to be locked in to early season NBA. If you're a football fan and you want to sit down to watch one of the football games, there's just no way you can allocate 3.5 hours, 3 hours on Christmas Day, no matter if you're a fan of that team or not. There is no way. And the NFL shoehorning themselves into Christmas is disgraceful. They can't stop being pigs. It's unbelievable.
It's just like, we give a lot, man. I'm not a single dude anymore. Like, I had my piggish Sundays, 12 hours. Last year, I remember specifically telling my wife, she's an angel about it. You know what? Even Thanksgiving, you come and go a little bit. Honey, we never play the Cowboys on Thanksgiving. It's a one-time thing. Last year, Christmas Eve, Christmas, I'm checking in on Christmas. I wasn't locked into all 3 games, but it was understood. It's a weekend. Remember, Christmas, when it falls Monday through Fridays, is never a problem. And now it's going to be a problem. Now I got to go home, and the one day that I say, you know what, I'm not watching with my sisters, my dad, my Giants fan crew. Everybody has their little crew they watch the games with, too. That's a thing. Now you're all kind of done this. Now I'm going to be hauling presents into the house, out of a house. Did you see what she got? Oh, she got the kitchen set. She got this. She got that. Oh, okay. Hey, can you go help out, clean up after dinner? Do this, that, and the other thing. Like you said, there's things going on. Is it so much for the NFL to respect human beings and not have to be snort-level pigs all the time? All the time. And guess what? I know I'm going to find a way to watch the game. That's not the point. The point is, I'd like to spend a little time with my freaking family on Christmas Day. My kids enjoy that and not have to be locked into wondering if Boston Scott's going to rush for 120 again and break my ass. I've had it with this. I've absolutely had it with this. You want to, again, 8:30 at night, I'll throw my hands up. Fine, the day's over. You don't need a 4:30 game. Let the NBA have their window and I'll come in and out. And you give me Giants-Eagles, a monster game? We would watch 2 tiddlywigs playing football in the background at 4:30 Sunday. Could be a huge NFC game. Christmas Day?
I think the 1 o'clock window is even more obnoxious.
Because you're driving during. At some point, you're traveling.
And on the West Coast, 1 a.m. is 1 p.m. is 10 a.m., right? I mean, at 10 a.m. on a Christmas morning, who could possibly have space in their day?
Yeah, you're putting out the log flume there to open presents.
To watch football at 10 a.m. on Christmas Day if it's not a Christmas is a Monday this year. This is so unnecessary. It is such an unnecessary pig move. If it's a Sunday, fine. But a Monday, you're now making a football day out of the day that Jesus Christ was born?
Yeah.
The day JC himself came out of the manger is the day that's now a football holiday?
You think Jesus was born one day and said, on my birthday, I'd love Giants-Eagles at 4:30 on a Monday one day? No, he didn't. And you know what? I'm not even talking about. There's plenty of families that go to church around that time, too. Guess what? They're screwed. And for all of you that take naps and stay in your pajamas all day with your core family, bless your heart. Enjoy your filet mignon and enjoy watching my football team. But just know that I now have 10 months of aggravation and trying to figure out a way to finagle getting Christmas Day moved from a traditional place like my wife's aunt's house and over to my house, so I'm playing at the home court advantage here. Because this is a downright disgrace. The NFL might as well have just sat back, filled up their cheeks with spit, and hocked a loogie between both of my eyes because they've screwed me, and I'm telling you, I'm not the only one. I'm speaking for a lot of people here. We've been completely screwed. Don't give me a rivalry game 4:30. You want to throw the Colts and the Cardinals on? Fine. Enough. This is BS, man. Absolute BS garbage. How much more? My kids are only little for so much time. Oh, Daddy, look what I got. I got a pony. You know what? I can't see because I'm watching Giants-Eagles. Oh, I got to choose the Giants over my family, and I'm tired of doing it.
Well, I mean, there is this. You can choose your family over Giants.
How am I supposed to do that? I see my family 365. I got 17 times to see the boys in blue. Now I'm supposed to not see them?
Well, because Christmas does happen once a year, and if
that's the point. Don't give me this. It's once a year. Stay away from Christmas. Stay away from Christmas if it's not a Sunday.
But if
it's your family,
if Taylor needs a toy played with or made or built, maybe that's you just have to not watch Giants-Eagles and do that.
Do you see what you're saying? The idea that we're even being put in that position, that I got to build a toy during there, or that everybody's going to be sitting at a table saying grace, eating the mashed potatoes, and there I am with the paper plate in between my knees going like I do every Sunday because I'm such a pig for the game itself. You're alienating this. And look, it's one thing to be a Cowboy fan on Thanksgiving and like you're used to this. This is such a screw job. There's no reason on a Monday you need 3 games. There's no reason for it.